Well, hey guys, get excited because in this video, I'm going to be doing a deep dive into 3 key zones of the face that experience age-related change. As we get into our wiser years, many people are interested in pursuing aesthetic treatments, rejuvenation, things like filler. My hope by doing this video is to give you a better understanding of how different factors of your facial anatomy change with age to contribute to these 3 key zones and how those zones may be addressed in restoring a more youthful appearance. If you are new here, welcome. My name is Andrea. I'm a board certified dermatologist. I post skincare content here on YouTube. If that sounds of interest to you, consider subscribing or head on over to TikTok or Instagram. You can follow me there. I post a lot of skincare content on those platforms as well. Before I get into this video, I would like to thank today's sponsor, Sleep and Glow. Y'all know my Sleep and Glow pillow. I can't go without it. As a matter of fact, I recently traveled to the American Academy of Dermatology meeting, and while I was staying overnight in the hotel, I really missed it the most. I couldn't wait to get back to it. What is a Sleep and Glow pillow? It is a pillow designed with beauty sleep in mind. It was actually created in collaboration with orthopedists to support the head, neck, and shoulder girdle. It differs from an ordinary pillow in that the concavities of this pillow really cradle the face to minimize creasing and twisting. And the end result is that when you wake up, you don't have that morning puffiness. It minimizes any kind of sleep wrinkles or creases. You just wake up looking refreshed. The side cradles really minimizes twisting forces that lead to puffiness. The specially designed anatomic shape really supports the ultimate comfort for a good night's sleep. It has an internal memory foam layer that you can add to adjust the height. So if you want to elevate it a little bit, you can do that. It's made of a high quality memory foam that adjusts to your head, your neck, your shoulder girdle. The Sleep and Glow pillow is different from any other pillow on the market in terms of not only its unique shape to support beauty sleep and minimize creasing and twisting on the skin, but the quality of the product as a whole. Ordinary pillows, they're designed to last maybe a year at the most, and then they lose their support. The Sleep and Glow pillow actually lasts 5 years. They have a 30-night sleep guarantee, so if you are not completely satisfied, you can get your money back. They also offer 4 interest-free sezzle payments. They have 2 pillows actually. The Omnia pillow, which is what I sleep on most nights, but the Owla pillow is another wonderful option for those of you who are trying to train yourself to sleep on your back. You know, if you sleep on your back, it actually has the added benefit of helping to facilitate drainage of fluid, so helping to minimize morning puffiness even further. A lot of people struggle to sleep on their back. The Owla pillow has these side bolsters that really help support your head and allow your neck to relax and the muscles in the neck and the back to relax so that you can have a comfortable night's sleep on your back. And it really helps just kind of cradle your head in place and help you get used to sleeping on your back comfortably. Sleep and Glow is having a 10% off site-wide sale for Mother's Day, so definitely take advantage of that. Click the link in my description box and use my code. You can save. Honestly, this would make the perfect gift for Mother's Day. Thank you, Sleep and Glow, for sponsoring this portion of today's video. Recently, I did a video on how your face changes with age because I wanted to emphasize to you guys, you know, this is a skincare channel. I'm a dermatologist, and we talk a lot about preventing the visible signs of skin aging, but when it comes to the face overall and age-related change, it's more than just skin. You have changes in bone, redistribution of fat, weakening of the ligaments that leads to sagging, and just changes the overall shape of your face. Changes befall each of these components at a different rate, and it's going to vary from person to person. For women, when we go through menopause, we experience a lot of this due to decline in estrogen, but these same changes affect men as well. It also will vary based on ethnicity. When we think about a youthful face, it actually has a heart shape with more volume in the middle and less in the lower third. And the lower third of the face, the jawline, is quite defined. You have a nice sharp angle. It almost looks like a hockey stick. This bone here that makes up your jaw, that's called the mandible. And when looking at the lower third of the face, there's a smooth transition from the cheek to the chin. There's a lot of volume in the middle third of the face with a smooth contours from around the eyes to the cheek. When we think about how our face changes with age, I want you guys to keep in mind the acronym WAY, W-A-Y, and that's gonna make sense as we go throughout this video. Number 1 is aging of the jaw contour. What happens with age is that bone, the mandible, the height of it decreases, the length of it decreases, and the end result of that is that your chin is no longer as defined. The mandible, that jawbone, it provides the majority of the support to the lower face. So you can see how bony resorption of that bone with time and change in the height is really going to start to impact the support of the lower third of your face. That change in height also enlarges the angle of your mandible bone. So that hockey stick starts to spread out. This area here, referred to as the pre-jowl, it also starts to droop with age. The end result is that with age, that hockey stick starts to take on the appearance of a W. Remember that acronym WAY? The W refers to this change in the jawline, the lower face, that loss of definition. The result of these changes is that you have more volume in the lower third of your face. Remember, in the younger face, it's more up in the mid half of the face. Now with age, it's going to be more volume down here where you don't want it. And that's all the result of the change to that bone, as well as soft tissue redistribution and the weakening of underlying ligaments. Number 2 is the pre-jowl area. The pre-jowl area is right here. And in a younger face, this area is very smooth. But as we get into our wiser years, you start to have a droop of the corners of the mouth, turning downward. This starts to result in a depression at the angles of the mouth. You start to see a prominent groove here that a lot of people refer to as marionette line. And with drooping of the corner of the mouth, you also get a decrease in what's called the labiomental angle. I'm going to show you guys a picture of that angle here. You can see how with age, that angle starts to flatten out, flattening out that chin. Remember, the chin is no longer projecting like it did in the younger face, partly because of the changes to the jawbone, the mandible, but also now you've got a downward shifting of volume around the corners of the mouth here and what's referred to as the pre-jowl area. As the volume starts to shift, you have a decrease in the concavity between the jaw and the neck. So you lose a lot of definition here, and that's why you get the appearance of just overall more volume in the lower third of the face. Furthermore, you get descent of the ball of the cheek a bit, and that too brings more volume down to the lower third of the face. In this area, you have a combination of resorption of bone as well as antagonism between the muscle groups there, combined with weakening of the underlying ligaments. If you take a step back and kind of squint your eyes a bit, you can see that the end result of these changes in this area, it almost looks like the letter A. Again, going back to that acronym WAY, this area is where you want to think about the letter A. Number 3 is the under eye and upper cheek area. The area around our eye and our cheek is actually kind of the first area of the face to start to show age-related change. You start to lose the uniform roundness of the upper cheek and it starts to shift down. We talked about earlier how that contributes to more volume in the lower third of the face, but it also starts to contribute to the look of under eye hollows as that cheek volume starts to migrate downward. With that downward migration, the thin skin under the eyelid, it makes a concavity right where it joins the thicker skin of the upper cheek, and that can lead to a more hollow look under the eyes, exacerbating the appearance of dark under eye circles. This depression is actually more obvious early on, closer to the nose, but as we get wiser and more volume starts to migrate downward, it extends out laterally to a more involved under eye hollow. Our cheek contour flattens and there's a 2 to 3 centimeter depression that extends downward, forming the appearance of the letter Y. Again, coming back to that acronym WAY, the under eye and cheek area start to take on the shape of the letter Y with age. So I wanted to make this video to illustrate some of these key areas because these are areas that are going to be evaluated when you go in for aesthetic treatments, filler, what have you, for rejuvenation to restore a more youthful appearing face. That's not to say that people are just gonna pump in filler into these areas and you're gonna look 16 again. It's not at all like that at all. But when people think about where to address volume, these are some of the key areas, and how it's more than just skin that contributes to this appearance. It's volume loss, it's changes in the underlying ligaments, it's bony resorption, fat redistribution, shifting of volume to the lower third of the face, and trying to restore that by strategically placing filler in certain areas and in a particular fashion to restore volume to these areas and to re-anchor soft tissue. Aesthetic treatments should be selected based on an individual's patient needs. Remember at the beginning of the video, I mentioned how these different components that contribute to age-related change in the face, they don't all age at the same time. They age at differing rates, and it's going to differ in different people, varies based on gender, ethnicity, a variety of things, lifestyle factors. So proactively, no matter what age you are, you can help slow all of this down by making sure you have healthy lifestyle factors, getting good sleep, not drinking alcohol in excess, not stressing out too much. Certainly don't smoke, because that's gonna weaken everything and really drag your face down. Smoking really makes those marionette lines quite prominent and really contributes to volume loss in the lower face. Making sure you eat a healthy diet, not relying on convenience packaged foods solely that are high in processed, refined, sugary carbohydrates that contribute to advanced glycation end products. We've talked about that in other videos. If you're interested, I'll link that down below in the description box. Of course, wearing sunscreen to protect the integrity of your skin barrier and the strength of the deeper layers of the skin that contribute to skin firmness and suppleness. Staying active, getting exercise, keep the blood flowing. In a recent video I did, I highlighted how exercise keeps us as close to our chronologic age, if not a little bit younger, as possible. You know, when I make these videos, people, I do think, get the wrong idea that I'm vilifying aging. But I want to reiterate that chronological age, meaning the number of years you have been on this planet, it doesn't necessarily correspond to your biological age. You can be biologically much older than the number of candles on your birthday cake, and we don't want that. So lifestyle factors can help keep you healthy and can help keep the cells in your body youthful, keeping them at least approximating your chronological age, if not a little bit younger. And the end result is being healthier long term. But if you are talking purely about aesthetics, and these changes are coming about as they do, I want you guys to just understand that these are some of the key target areas of how volume loss affects the appearance of the face and how a plastic surgeon or dermatologist is going to approach thinking about developing a plan for you as a patient for restoring volume and giving a natural, more youthful appearing look to the face, rejuvenating the look of the aging face. So I hope this video was helpful to you guys. And don't forget, check out Sleep and Glow. Again, good night's sleep. You can't underestimate that for what it can do for the health of your skin. This pillow really helps minimize creases first thing in the morning from twisting. It's amazing. And like I said, I can't sleep without it. On the end slate, I'm going to put my more recent video detailing how your face changes with age in more depth. So we talk about how, bone is changed, tissues are changed around, how your eye shape changes. So definitely check that video out. But if you like this one, give it a thumbs up, share it with your friends. And as always, don't forget, sunscreen and subscribe. I'll talk to you guys tomorrow. Bye.